Okay, this is Octavia Butler by Zoe Gilman. So, some background on Octavia Butler. Octavia Butler was born June 22nd in 1947 in Pasadena, California, and she was most known for being an African American female author and broke new ground as it was still a time of segregation. She lost her father very early on, so she had to be raised by her single mother, and this inspired a lot of her work and her writings. And to support her family, her mother had to work as a maid. Octavia was dyslexic, but this did not stop her from pursuing her love of books and eventually pursuing her dream of being a writer. And unfortunately, on October 24th, 2006, Octavia died in her Seattle home. She was about 58 years old, and her cause of death was due to a stroke. So, Octavia Butler's impact. Octavia began her writing career in the 1970s. She was known for blending elements of science fiction and African American spiritualism, and this made her unique at this time. When she was 9 years old, she watched a movie called Devil Girl from Mars, and her first thought was that she can make a better movie, write a better movie, and who would pay to watch this? So, although she was not very fond of the movie, this was something early on in her childhood that inspired her to start writing. And after she saw this movie that she felt that she could write a lot better, she decided that that was exactly what she was going to do. And she did. When she was younger, Octavia struggled to fit in with the other kids. She was freakishly tall, as she said. She was a little shy and socially awkward. So, because she wasn't really spending her time socializing with other kids and felt like an outcast, she turned to writing as her creative outlet, and this kind of inspired her. In 1976, she wrote her first novel, Pattern Master, and this was a sci-fi novel that eventually led to a series. And in 1979, she had a career breakthrough with her famous book, Kindred. And Kindred was based on her mother's hard work and how her mother was treated as a maid to put food on the table for Octavia and a roof over her head. And she wrote this book to kind of show how awful slavery actually was, and to show what her mother went through and what her family went through, and why it is such a big deal and why it is such an awful thing. And she wanted other people to understand how she felt, how her family felt, how her mother felt. So that's why this was so important. Octavia Butler was awarded many awards and nominations with a total of 35. And some of her most notable awards include the MacArthur's Fellows Award, the Hugo Award, and the Nebula Award. The MacArthur's Fellow Award was more of a general writing award, just awarded for creativity and groundbreaking novels in American literature. And the Hugo Award and the Nebula Award were both awards for science fiction. After Octavia passed, the Octavia E. Butler Memorial Scholarship was made in her name, and it is said to recognize and encourage the academic achievement of undergraduate students in any major at Pasadena City College. So Octavia actually attended the City College herself, which is why It is so close to heart, and it was intended to provide an opportunity to young writers of color like she herself had, and to just inspire young writers to pursue their dreams and not give up. And that is all. Thank you so much.